Well, the walk starts from the Cairngorm car park. So you start from the visitor centre, it is here, the handy toilet there and what have you, cafe, and you go down this path, and then over the wee bridge. Then along the boardwalk bridge and up the wooden steps. But then you turn right along this gravel path before you get to the top of the steps. So you follow this path for some time and you've got nice views over Loch Morlich. So at the first junction, don't take the rocky path to the left, take the gravelly path to the right. Here's where you start getting your first good view of the Corries. And there's the path that we're going up. So you can go up that ridge there, but we're taking that path to the left that eventually goes up to that little V shape in the hills. Do they call it? What do they call it in Scotland? Can't remember. But anyway, the Bealach, yeah, that's what they call it. But we're calling it a V shape, and that's what we're going up. So we're going up the path on the left there. It goes up the side of the hill, not the path on the right. So up until this point, it's been fairly gentle slopes or flat. But now it starts to get a bit steeper from now on. You have to cross this river on the huge stepping stones. There we are. So you don't get your feet wet. Piece of cake. No, I was talking rubbish earlier on. We don't take the left path. GPS, he said go straight on. So don't go up the steppy stones. We're on the gravel path still. I think that's what's called the buttress, according to the map. We'll be walking round the back of that later on, hopefully, and along the top of that cliff. Great fun. And that's the path we're going up. But from the top of the second ridge, you can see where the route goes. It goes up the left side of the hill there. You get a good view of everything from here. Cliffs, behind the buttress, along those cliffs, along those, and then there, that roundish flattish peak is Cairngorm itself. You might just be able to see the cairn at the top there. And there's the ptarmigan restaurant. And there's all the skiing area, there's the car park, there's Mila Bacali, whatever it's called. It's a nice walk as well. Loch Morlich. Maybe you can just see how in the distance. Maybe not. There's having more. over behind that lot is Ben McDewey. And there's an interesting little stone path through this boulder field. Makes it a lot easier than scrambling over boulders, breaking your ankle. There's another one here. Makes it a lot easier through this boggy bit. Should be a law or something that they have them on all mountains. Another little stream to cross. A rock tweeter. If you can hear him for the wind. Oh, it's gone. And if you get to this bit, you've gone wrong like we have, because that's going up that ridge. We don't want to go up that ridge. Yeah, so we're going to cut across this bit here to that path there. You can just about make out which goes up there. So that there is the path that we should have been on, but it doesn't actually join on to the path we were on. Well, it does, but it's not very well marked where you leave it. So look at the GPS. Yep, here's the path we should have been on, coming from that direction, going in that direction. As you can see, this path is quite rocky compared to the last one. The path continues about halfway up this hill, which is fairly steep sided, but you follow it all the way to that Beelach. And while you're here, you get a really good view of the cliffs and that big rock slab. The view behind has disappeared a wee bit, but it's still good. Good view of the two lochans now. Not bad view behind now. Me liver curly. When you get near to the top of the Beelach, or you can't get to the top of the Beelach, the path goes straight on, but there's a tiny path across the grass there. You can cut the corner off to go back up the side of the hill. So we're going to cut the corner, turn left. Once you get near the top, the view is quite easy. There's a Larry Groove, Ben McDewey. There we are. Known as the Cairngorm Plateau, and it's just a fairly flat, featureless bit of nothing, which is fine when you can see where you're going. But if you can't navigate, well, you can imagine what it's like. You've had it. We're too near the edge. It's all quite folly offy. Look at that edge there. Some crazy people have been known to go along that to there. Crazy. Once you get to the top of the cliff, you can see Cairngorm Mountain in the distance there, with the weather station on the top and the cairn. And you can also see the other side of the Cairngorm, out towards Braemar Way and all that sort of thing. Good view. You have to watch in the best that you don't just walk in straight lines, not looking where you're going, because if you don't know where you're going, you can't navigate, all the rest of it, suddenly you could end up going over that. That's a bad thing. Wind! How will that be going? It wasn't bad enough already. Look, reindeer. You should be in Lapland, mate. Are you lost? Well, blooming heck. There's millions of them. You gotta be careful with them though, because if you've got food and you're lower than them, they'll charge you. So I'm not going anywhere near them. They look all nice and peaceful, nibbling at the grass. But they can be aggressive little buggers or big buggers. So be careful. Don't sit down near them. I think that's Ben McDewey actually. Never mind. And just when you think it's getting easy, you find that there's two more major up bits. There's one there, and it's a lot bigger than it looks because there's some people on it. Look how little they are. There's that bit. And Cairngorm itself, which is there. Another major up bit. But never mind, that's what we're here for, the exercise. Reindeer on the horizon now. They're not doing much. Eating. Oh, that one's looking. That's where we've just been. and come down. Yeah, look. And that's where we're going. More spectacular views on the other side of the Cairngorms. That's, I've forgotten where that is. That's somewhere else. That's another place, Ben McDewey, I think. Now we've just gone over the top of that hill. That's what we've got left to do before we get to the top of Cairngorm, which is there. Oh, there's the top! And there's the weather station. This is the view from the cairn at the top. You can head down to the ptarmigan restaurant just by following those cairns, the line of those cairns, and it goes straight to the restaurant. On a day like today when it's very windy, it's not very pleasant. So we are going that way around the back of the hill. And I'll show you the direction in a minute when I looked at the GPS. There's a weather station. So to take the non-windy way back, or less windy should I say, head towards the weather station and then you follow that path which heads more or less north I think. And it'll take you in a little valley that's sheltered back to the ptarmigan where you can have a cup of tea. Well, the path just goes down this little valley here, in that other valley, left round the corner into the distance, and then you can't miss the ptarmigan unless it's misty or snowing or a blizzard or something or night time, then you can. Anyway, and then you get your first view of the ptarmigan restaurant. That's a welcome sight when you're tired and thirsty and want a cup of tea. As long as it's open. That's the way down from the summit if you follow the cairns. That's where you go in if you're a walker. You can come up on the train, but they won't let you out of the station or the ptarmigan. If you're a walker, however, you can go in and come out and have a cup of tea, and that's the door you go in. Just
You have to ring the door.
Oh, you have to ring the bell.
Right, folks, we're finished. Close, please.
So getting back to the car park from the ptarmigan is fairly straightforward. There's a restaurant, you just go to the right of it and then follow that path and it takes you all the way to the car park. Nice. If it's really windy, it's not called the Windy Ridge for nothing, although we're going down it today and it's really windy. There is an alternative track, it's a really big wide track that we get all the vehicles up, you can't miss it, right in front of the ptarmigan. So I'll just go down that if it's really windy or chucking it down or whatever. Why is this called the Windy Ridge? mountain via the cliffs over there, northern Corries. We're filming it in a bongo because it's miserable and wet and cold and windy outside. It's got a toilet at the bottom, a toilet near the top in the ptarmigan restaurant, but you have to get there before 4:30, otherwise it's closed. And the toilet at the bottom closes at 4:30 as well in the afternoon, so you have to be there for that. There's good paths throughout, mostly, a bit rocky in places. It took us, hold on, 4 hours 36 minutes. You could probably do it quicker than that because we took our time, and we went for a cup of tea in the restaurant at the way, halfway up. I don't know what the gain in height was. I'll write it under here after, put some subtitles on. Not very boggy, not very scary. In fact, it's not boggy at all. There's a few minor bog patches, but it was very windy today, and if it's misty you need really good navigation skills on the top, or just don't go. What else can I say? It's about 10 kilometres, 7 miles, and as I say, I don't know what the gaining height is. I'll have to check. So, see you later. Bye. What did Claudia think of the walk?